Hi there. We're doing a small reno in the basement. Actually, we moved the wall. This wall that's right here, it was actually right here. So we moved that wall, and because we moved the wall, we now have to tile this area here. So what we have to do is take up these 4 tiles because they were actually cut short. So what I'm going to do is show you how to remove these tiles from a concrete floor. So the tools what we're going to use is actually a diamond bit circular saw blade. Now I have it mounted to my DeWalt 18-volt circular saw. A bottle full of water, a grout, I guess, saw. That's only like $12. This here was like $9. A hammer and a cold cut chisel. And this is the only one that I have. Now you can get ones that are much wider. That'll be used for taking I guess the adhesive off the floor. So I'll show you now how it all works. The first thing I'm going to do is actually adjust the saw so that the blade is actually sticking down probably a little bit more than the depth of the tile itself, because this will be the grout line that I'll be cutting here. A little bit deeper so that I'll go through the tile, and it won't make that much of a difference if it goes into the concrete floor because it's going to be new tiles put on it. If it was a subfloor made out of wood, I might just make it just a little shy of the depth of the tile. And then I'll use the bottle of water. That will actually cool the blade and help the cutting much easier. And what I'm going to do is, this will be the tile that's going to be discarded. I'll keep along the inside edge of this tile here. As you can see, the tile's not straight, it's a little bit of a scallop to it, so that any damage will be done to this tile as opposed to this one. So I have the tile, the blade adjusted, so now I'm just going to put it down in there, make sure I got my safety glasses on, and then start to cut and add some water. So there you have it, the cut grout line. You can see all the water, so I'll just suck that up now and show you what it looks like completed. So here's the completed cut, all cleaned up. You can see it right there. But one thing you will notice is that it stops right here. It's about 6 inches away from the wall. That's because the circular saw won't get in there. That's where this grout saw comes in handy. This blade is carbide tip, and a bit of arm movement in the groove like that, back and forth, will eliminate that grout line. So that's my next step. So after a few minutes of using this tool, I did get the grout line cut from there to the edge. Now you may notice a little bit of red there because I actually did cut into the tile itself. That's what the tile is made out of, but as this is the waste tile, it doesn't make that much of a difference. So now I have to remove the tile. Now removing the tile, I've read on some blogs that people actually use their saw and cut an X down the middle. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to make sure I have my safety glasses on and just chip it up with my cold cut here, because it doesn't really matter, because you're not going to get the tile up in one piece anyway. So that's a quick way to remove the tile. I'm just putting the cold cut underneath the tile, just tapping it, putting my hand over, just stopping the stuff from running around. And up comes the tile. So I just continue doing this until all the tiles are up. So here you have it, all the tile taken up. It took me maybe 5 minutes, so not a big amount of time. And here's all the I guess the adhesive that was used to hold the tiles down. And now I'm going to go and use my cold cut again to take all this up. You can get actually wider ones, which will actually make the job a lot quicker, but this is all that I have right now, so I'll just chip away at this and clean it up for the new tiles. after about 10 minutes chipping away, I got half of it done. Now this, depending upon how the tiles were originally put down, you may not need the cold cut and hammer. This is put down with it's just silica sand and mortar, just mixed together. Now, if someone used some sort of adhesive, you probably need a scraper to get it up off the floor. But this is just the same. This is like cement, same as this stuff here. So I'm just chipping away at this. Bit by bit, and I'll show you the finished product. Oh, and it's probably a good idea to have your shop vac handy, because there is a lot of pieces around. So I just brought over my shop vac, and I'm sort of cleaning as I go. If you haven't guessed already, this part of the job is quite messy. I just cleared, say, from the top of the chisel to the claw of the hammer, which is about 2 inches, and there's bits all over the place. So my recommendation would be, if you don't have a wall, I'm working against a wall here, right here. So if you don't have a wall, I suggest putting up some sort of barricade on the other, if you're chipping in this direction, to put some sort of barricade up, and be aware that chips are going to fly everywhere. So try to mitigate that, especially if you got children or small animals kicking around. Probably just get them out of the area, because you'll have pieces flying all over the place, and it gets quite dusty. So again, make sure you have your shop vac handy, and take some protection to stop the flying pieces. And here you have it, the final cleanup. I have the tiles removed, so now we can tile this area with new tiles. The grout line is pretty good there, so we should be able to get the tiles up pretty close. Here's the box of bits all cleaned up. And just to recap the tools, circular saw with a diamond cut bit. Again, this is about $10. This is a grout saw, which is about another $10. This here, a cold cut chisel. I would get a wider one if I have my time back. But this is what I had. These are about another $8, and a water bottle with some water. If you didn't have a circular saw, you could make do with one of these grout saws, but make sure you get an extra set of blades and give yourself some extra time, because it's pretty labor intensive, but it can be done. So there you have it, removing tiles. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. When cleaning the floor, there may be a little bit of high spot here that you just can't get it off. That's not too big of a deal, because when you put the new adhesive over it, it'll all level out. But you just don't want any high spots. Get the most off that you can, but it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth with the concrete as right here. And this is a little high spot here, so it's not going to make that much of a difference. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed it. It's not a huge job, and it's something that you can do yourself. Have a great day.